you're not subscribed, you know what to do. So I'm gonna just hop right into the video because I hate when people talk about irrelevant stuff before the video, and I'm like, okay, when are they gonna start? So here we go. So I'm a freshman in college, and this all started probably like 2 months after college began. So like maybe late October, early November. Last started in August, and I'm still like getting to know, you know, my friend group and getting to know the campus and the people around me. So I'm still kind of like on edge, a little anxious and everything. So I'm just like figuring out who to trust. You know how that goes. You just don't know. You just don't know in the beginning. So what am I doing at this moment? Okay, I'm in my room. I go on Instagram because that's what I do. I love Instagram so much. I go on Instagram and I'm scrolling through people's stories, and we're going to call these girls Thing 1 and Thing 2 because they're a bunch of little gremlins, little trolls. So Thing 1, Thing 2. I go on Thing 1's Instagram. Well, I don't go on, I see her story, and I'm scrolling through it, and I always vote on polls. By accident, on purpose, I always vote on them. Like, I love polls. I don't know why. So her poll, the question is, can anyone other than black people relate to country music? I mean, to rap music. I say yes because they can. Anyone can relate to rap music, no matter your background, no matter your ethnicity, no matter anything. You can relate to it. There's so many types of rap. It's such a diverse genre, and such, you know, it's for everybody. Everyone can listen to it. I say yes, bro. As soon as I press yes, this girl in my DM's like, why you say that? And I'm like, dang, like, I can't even breathe. Like, I can't even breathe, bro. Like, you, as soon as I swear, as soon as I pressed the yes button, she was already typing. Like, dang, what you doing? You don't have time. Like, you got so much time in your hands to be typing that quick and, like, checking your little poll status. So I'm like, oh, she's persistent. So I say, because, like, I feel like everyone can relate to rap music. Obviously, that's why I press yes. But I don't say it like that. I just say because everyone can relate to rap music. So she's like, girl, bye. And I'm like, all right. So I'm sensing a little defensive feelings over here, and I'm not trying to make anyone mad. I'm just voting on a poll. I'm simply just voting on a poll. So she says, girl, bye. So you mean to tell me that white people can say the N-word? Excuse me? Do you know how many rap songs I listen to that don't even have the N-word in it? Like, it's like, what? So I said to her, I'm not saying that white people can say the N-word. I'm saying that anyone can relate to the genre. And she says this. She calls rap music a song. She says so. She says to me, then why would the N-word be used in the song? Okay, this girl's obviously confused and a little lost. So I'm just like, you know what? Let me not argue with someone who's ignorant and doesn't know what they're talking about. So I say to her, you know what? I'm not arguing with you. I'm just gonna leave this here, and you can do whatever you want with it, because I'm done. I'm done with the conversation. She says, you're really crazy, girl, bye. You don't even know what you're talking about. Blocked, okay? Toodles, because you're not about to disrespect me and basically ask my opinion and then try and shut me down. And I don't like negative energy, and I don't like any of that, so blocked. I'm not arguing. I'm not going back and forth. I'm not seeing your name no more on my Instagram. So blocked. Toodles. So I'm like, I'm done with that conversation. I go to sleep. Wake up next morning, rested, okay, feeling good like a princess. Wake up rested. I'm like, let's get ready. But before that, I'm like, you know what? That whole situation's not sitting well with me, and I know she's blocked, but I still want to let off something, a little bit of, not steam, but just like get it off my chest. So I go on Instagram and I post and I say, anyone can relate to any genre, no matter the background. And I say on my story, not to her because she's blocked, I say on my story this girl really said that black people can't relate to country music. Honey, they produce country music, big dummy. I said big dummy. I was contemplating on calling her the B word, but I was like, you know what? I'm not calling no one no names. I don't like when someone calls me names, even if I don't see it. So I was like, big dummy, like, whatever. And I posted, she's blocked. Remember that. She's blocked, bro. Like, she can't see it. And I didn't expect anyone to ask me, like, oh, Gabby, what happened? Or who is this about? Because I wasn't going to say who was. I was going to say, you know what? It's whatever. Like, it doesn't really matter. I'm just ranting. It doesn't matter. So I don't feel like explaining to anyone the story. So then I post that. I'm getting ready, doing my eyebrows, doing my hair. And I get a DM. Oh, sorry. I'm all over the place. I totally forgot that in the post I said people are so washed up when I had said that in the story I posted that morning. I said people are so washed up. So I'm getting ready and I get a DM that's like, girl, your lips are washed up. Thing 2 comes into play. I'm like, it's her roommate. I'm like, this girl looks familiar. Who is this? It's Thing 1's roommate. So Thing 1 and Thing 2 are roommates. So I'm like, what, bro? Like, no one was talking about the way anyone looked, and now you wanna, talk about my appearance, which is very, very childish. So I say, that was weak. Come harder than that. And I'm like, actually, I don't really want to argue with her, so I'm just gonna put her in place. So I said to her place, I just say, as a black woman, that was very disrespectful. Our nose and our lips are something that is our features. Something very, it's just for us. It's us. It's our features. And for you to come to me and talk about the way my lips look is very weird, because I know a bunch of people who were made fun of for the way their face looked, or the way their nose, how big their nose was, or how big their lips were, or stuff like that, because they're black, by people outside of the black community, white people. So I'm like, you should have been more sensitive when you said that. I know I was never made fun of for that. Maybe I had a couple comments said to me before, but never like to the extent where I would cry. But I know people who did, and she doesn't know that. She doesn't know that I wasn't sensitive about something like that. So I was like, as a black woman, I can't believe you just said that. Firstly, and secondly, people who bring in like features, like I'm gonna give you an example. So say I'm arguing with someone about, I don't know, what color the sky is, and they're like, well, you're ugly. That means they lost the argument, and that means they don't know what they're talking about, because we're talking about the sky here, and now you're bringing how I look into it, so you don't even know what to say. So I'm like, you obviously don't know what to say, so I'm gonna just let you do. I'm gonna just stay over there. So, and then she says to me, well, I hope you brushed your teeth with all that shit you're talking. I was like, what? Never mind. So I'm like, okay, weird. Blocked. Toodles, like I did the first one. So Thing 1, Thing 2, blocked. Got a blast. So I'm like, let me get back to my day. That's over and done with. And I was thinking, like, if I see them, I'm just gonna be like, I'm not gonna roll my eyes. I'm not gonna make any faces. I'm not going to, do anything childish, because I'm not gonna let them affect me or ruin my character and make me look like a bad person. I'm not putting my hands on them. I'm not gonna do nothing. No, don't talk about them. Nothing. That's it. Let them do them, because they're obviously confused. So I'm doing my eyebrows, still getting ready, and I get a call, and I'm like, I thought it was a scam call. I always get some scam calls talking about I got student loans to do, or my car's in the shop. I don't got a car and I don't have any loans, so stop playing with me. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not answering that again, because I already been set up by them. So I'm like, let me not answer that, because I don't got no loans. And then they call again. I'm like, maybe I should answer the phone. So I'm like, hello? And she's like, Thing 1. I know it's Thing 1. I know what she sound like. Thing 1's like, hi, it's me. And I'm like, who's me, bro? Like, I don't know who me is. I didn't know their real names, so I just knew the Instagram names, and their real names aren't their Instagram names. So I'm like, oh, I don't know who that is. I'm like, who's this? She's like, Thing 1. And I'm like, she's like, the person you're arguing with about the rap music. And I'm like, what do you want? She's like, can you just like come to my room real quick? What? Why would I come to your room? Cause like I just wanna talk. I'm not coming to your room, but you can come to mine. Firstly, why would I put my stuff down, put what I'm doing down, walk over to your room, knock on the door, and just say you want to talk to me? I'm not no one's slave. I'm not no one's servant. I'm not doing what they say. I'm not walking to the room because you want me to come to your room. So I'm like, so the next thing I know, I hear, I'm like, I know this girl. I know this girl didn't just come to my room. I look in the peephole. I'm appalled. I'm like, that's so rude to knock on my door and enter what I'm doing. But I'm like, you know what? I'm not letting nobody just run up on me like that. I open the door. I'm like, she's like, hey, can we just talk a little bit? Like, I just want to talk. I'm like, mind you, I look over, like, in the cut, and I see thing 2. And I'm like, oh, no. First of all, thing 1 and thing 2 not going to be ganging up on me. So I'm like, it's either thing 1 or none of y'all. Just thing 1. So thing 2 slid out of her way up back to her little crusty dungeon. So I'm like, okay, what's up? She's like, hey, I just feel like you've been very defensive and just being really nasty and rude to us. And I'm just like, hold it right there. You come in my DMs, argue with me, and start rattling shit up with me, but then you want to tell me that I'm starting with you? I'm like, this girl got something wrong with her. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not resuming this conversation. Move to the side. I walk out my door. I walk right to her room, which is like a couple doors down. I peek in. I'm like, oh, excuse me, to thing 2. Oh, excuse me, and don't you ever contact me and talk about the way I look. I know it was a lie, but my lips not crusty, okay? My lips not crusty. So you just tried to find any little thing, and like I just didn't like that, so don't do it again. And so she's just sitting there like, I'm like, you okay, sis? Cause like I'm talking to you and you're just standing there. You're just So I'm confused. Is this girl mute? So then thing 1 come back from my room. And she's like, no, it was me. It was me who said that. I'm like, okay, well, let me turn to you and say what I said to her. I said, don't you dare contact me on some weird stuff talking about the way I look, or there's gonna be an issue. And she's like, Mel, start stuttering. I don't like that. I don't like stuttering. I don't like when people get nervous and start stuttering, because then I feel uncomfortable. And I'm like, it's different if you're nervous, but if you're trying to argue with me and you don't know what to say, start stuttering, that means the conversation's over. So I'm like, you know what? Gotta blast, because that's no, I'm not about to sit here and watch you stutter for the rest of my life. So I'm like, gotta blast, but don't you ever contact me again. That's it. Like, don't you ever have my name in your mouth. Don't you ever try and like basically not gang up on me, but just try and start stuff with me. I'm like, don't do it again. So I walk out of her room. I'm not even in the room. I'm peeking in the room. And I'm just like, mind you, the thing 1's lips was going, bro. It was going. Like, Jones was, I'm like, yo, you was coming at me. Oh, I'm offended. So I'm like, bye. I turn around, start walking to class, and she goes down the hall. You know what? I'm telling on you, and I'm gonna get you kicked out, and I'll help you move your stuff. Okay. Heard you. So I run right to the RHD. That's the guy who like runs the whole hall. And I tell him exactly what happened, because I'm not about to be made to look like a bad guy in this situation. Let them go to him first and tell him a bunch of lies, and then I come after and he's like, ooh, I don't know. No, I'm gonna be the first one there telling him the straight up truth so he knows what's up. I sit in his office, I tell him, these girls, you know, what happened on Instagram, knocked on my door, said my lips, something. I'm not hurt by it, but it was still bothersome. So I just tell him what happened. And he's like, heard you. I'm like, bet. So I go, actually I don't even go to class because by now I'm late and I'm irritated. I call my mom. I'm like, Mom. She's like, yeah, what's up? I'm like, Mom, like these girls are really bothering me. I tell her this whole story detail by detail because I have time now since these girls like wasting mine. I have time now since I'm late to class. So I'm like, Mom, this is what happened. She's like, Gab, don't let these girls bother you. Basically she said the situation's over and that not to put any more time and effort into it, and that's it. Like don't try to talk to them, don't try to start anything again, don't try to give them looks because then that's just going to show them that you're exerting energy to them. You're giving them time, you're giving them yourself for this dumb reason. And I'm like, you know what, you're right, because this is the stupidest thing over an Instagram poll. So I'm like, you know what, I have to do something today because I missed my class. And I'm like, tutoring. I go right to tutoring. I'm in that joint learning about macroeconomics. Macroeconomics. And I'm like a little still like not there because I'm still irritated. I'm still thinking about what's happening. And I'm like, I've never been bothered like that before because people generally like me. Like I'm a likable person. I don't start anything. I'm outside of the drama, but some people try and drag me in, but overall I'm not ever really in drama. So I'm in tutoring. I leave, I go to lunch with my friend Kim. We're at lunch and I get a text from a number I've never seen before. It's not the same number that thing one texted me off of, so called me off of. It had to be thing two, and it's screenshots of the code of conduct. And I'm just like, okay. And she says to me, you're secondhand harassing me and I'm calling the cops and pressing charges on you because what you do is not acceptable and it's disgusting. What else did she say? I hate to do this, but yeah, I'm pressing charges. Like, that's it. It's not acceptable and it's disrespectful. I'm like, okay. So I'm confused. Okay. So mind you, when the girl had said something about my lips, I had posted, I don't know if I said it already, but I posted on Instagram and I said, people don't know what to say in an argument. That's it. And I posted it. And again, no one commented because no one knew what the whole situation was. And that's fine because I didn't expect anyone to try and like rattle stuff up. But my cousin did text me and told me, you know, she doesn't like what they said. And so she DM'd the thing too and told her, look, don't disrespect my cousin, don't bother her, don't you know, start stuff with her because it's going to be a problem. I'm not threatening you, but there's going to be a problem. And the girl said to her, thing two said to her, that's a threat. And she's like, you're threatening me, and that was a threat. Thanks, have a good day. And then blocked my cousin. That's what she's saying how she's being harassed. That's how she says she's being harassed by me, secondhand harassment. So I'm like, my cousin literally told you that she's not harassing you. My cousin don't even go here. She's not riding the bus up here to talk to you. It's not even that deep. You didn't put your hands on me, so there's no need for anyone else to put their hands on you. That's simple. So I run back to my door. I'm like, look, I'm not getting I'm not getting charges pressed on me for something so small. I go to the RHD admin. I'm like, hey, like, this girl's telling me, she calling the cops on me. And he's like, okay, we're having a meeting. Like, that's it. He calls the girl, hey, like, you need to come to my office. And then she's like, okay. I go to my room and then come back to the office when it was time for the meeting. She's sitting there. I'm like, this girl hyped to be being harassed. Like, she looks too hyped. You could tell she's not being harassed because she's too hyped. So I'm like, he's like, someone tell me what's going on. I'm like, okay, I'll go first. She says, he never asked who's going first to say what you have to say. Okay. I was trying to be respectful, but now I'm about to argue with you because you're not about to sit here and disrespect me in front of an adult. Or in front of me, in front of anybody. You're not about to disrespect me. So I said to her, no one was talking to you. I'm speaking, so you need to wait your turn. I told him the story And she's like, you know what? No, that's not what happened. No, sorry, no, no. She gets her phone out and she reads the messages. And she says, she literally read it as if I was the bad person. She said to me, she said, this is how she said it. She looked at her phone, she was like this. So I said, hey, why'd you vote that? And she said, because white people can listen to rap. Bruh, I swear I did not say it like that. I was like, because white people listen to rap. She was like, she was so rude and defensive, and she was reading all my messages like a mad, angry person. I was like, this girl could not be serious. She was screaming my text messages as if I was crazy. I was like, this girl sitting up here making me look like I'm crazy. So I was like, you know what? Perfect, whatever. So at the end of the meeting, she was like, you know what? Now that I think about it, I'm still pressing charges. So, because you're harassing me, like. And the RHD was like, well, you can call the cops or whatever. I'm like, you're so fake, but whatever. Like, my RHD, he's terrible. The head RA, he's so bad. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I take a nap. I wake up on my door, and I'm like, this girl did not just call the cops on me. I checked my phone, and my friend Anaya had texted me and was like, hey, I saw them girls going into, the police station. I'm like, what? Over what? So the cops came and they're at my door like, hey. I'm like, hey. He's like, we got a complaint. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, we got a complaint that you've been harassing two residents. And I'm like, yo, this is some crazy stuff. Like, really, do I look like a person to harass someone? No, I don't. So I was saying, okay. And I was like, let me break it down to you, bruh. I have an album in my phone called Proof because I was not about to get arrested. Well, I can't get arrested. I was not about to. Okay, I was really interrupted by my friend calling me. Anyway, say no, I love you, sis. But where was I? Okay, the cop came in. I was not playing. I got everything down to the T, okay? I was like, so I woke up yesterday. I had this for breakfast. I washed my hair, got out the shower, put my clothes on, brushed my teeth. Like, I went into detail. I was like, I looked in the mirror like a couple times. I looked at my scalp, bro. I was not about to be arrested. I went down the list of everything I did. So, cause I'm not about to be made looking like a bad guy. So I told him everything. He was like, whoa, looks to me like you're being harassed. And I was like, I know I'm being harassed. He's like, you're being harassed. And I was like, exactly. These girls called me, knocked on my door, texted me, DM'd me. He's like, well, perfect. You're getting in trouble. And I'm like, hey. Cause look, no. So, basically, the case, they literally called it a case. The case was dropped, and I wasn't in trouble because I didn't do anything. Like, I didn't do anything. Like, I really didn't do anything. And he was like, you're being harassed. Like, these girls, like, are honestly something just not clicking in their heads. So he was like, something end of story. He was like, okay, got a blast. Sorry for interrupting you. Sorry for wasting your time. But we have to do this, do the little take statement because of protocol. But you didn't do anything wrong. So have a nice day. I'm like, that's not it, y'all. Like, there's more to the story. So I'm thinking everything's over. Think one thing till I see them and they be like, I walk right by them like this. Every time, bro. Like, I don't let myself get mad. I don't roll my eyes. I don't do nothing because I'm not giving them energy. All positive energy over here. All that. So, there's some more. I made friends with 2 girls. I'm not saying their names because of the video. I'm not even gonna say 2 girls. So I have friends that they know things. Like, they hear stuff and they will tell me, because I'm their friend, if anyone talks about me in a bad way or basically slanders my name, tries to basically just spit on my name, they will come to tell me, and they will defend me because they're my friends. So they come to me and saying, I'm making the video right now. I'm almost done. Yeah. Okay. Hey, bro. I'm almost done, bro. So now I'm nervous because you're here.
You got the context in, okay? She started showing.
All right, I'm almost done. So they come to me. Oh, I can't do it because you're right here. So, hey, word's going around that I have seizures. Y'all, this is how crazy this is. I have seizures. I have a mental disorder. I sleep with the police officers on campus. And that I have a grandfather who works here, and I gave him a list of people I don't like to arrest.
Oh, you talking about your crazy roommate?
No, not my crazy roommate. I'm talking about them crazy girls. Thing 1, thing 2. Remember I told you about them? Them crazy girls?
You said I want to Chick-fil-A?
No! Okay. So I'm like, oh, I wonder who's spreading these crazy lies. Them. Like, they've been going around telling people on campus that I'm crazy and have mental disorders and stuff. That's how mad they are. See, like, being a person who doesn't take stuff and minds their own business and does their work and does well, people hate that, and they try in every way to pull you down with them because they're not doing what they're supposed to do. And not once have I went around talking about those girls. Not once have I made up lies about them. Not once have I disrespected them. Not once have I called them names or rolled my eyes or physically put my hands on them. Nothing. I've just been doing what I've been doing, getting good grades, doing my work, going to class on time, and that's it. Like, people just don't like to see you doing well. That's it.
Preach.
Yes.
Preach.
So that's the end of my story. It was a long story, I'm sorry. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you around.